with Lauren Truslow. She is the owner of Barre3 Studio and now Nail Bar.
Now the Nail Bar.
That's awesome. Me and Lauren don't know each other personally, but I've been following her on Facebook.
Yeah.
And seeing all the amazing things she's done. She's a mom, she's an entrepreneur, she's a wife. She's just an all-around amazing person. And I wanted to interview you today just to see, like, how'd you get here? How'd you come up with this? How long have you been into this? And that kind of stuff. So just kind of tell us your journey.
So I had my first daughter, and I decided I'd stay at home. And after about a year, I'd always taught group fitness, but after about a year, I was like, I just felt like I needed something more, and that something was still missing. I always wanted to open my own fitness studio, but my husband was like, come on, just do it. And once that little like green light, I was like, let's just do it. So I searched for like what really spoke to me fitness wise, and I love Barre3 because it's like ballet bar, yoga, Pilates. We kind of, every class is different. You can make it your own. And really it was awesome because the childcare piece, and it's good for your body. I felt, after you have a baby, you're like, things change.
Everything changes.
Yeah, and I wanted something that could grow with me for a long time. So I found Barre3, and it was kind of like just took a leap of faith. Like, yes, I can do it. Confidence, I think, is the most important part of anything for women. And I was like, I can do this. So we like emptied out every dime we had. And that was scary, but I knew the whole time, I was like, it's gonna be fine. I worked my little hiney off for months and months and months and months and months before we opened. And once the day came where people could buy memberships, a lot of people bought memberships, and it's been amazing ever since.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So, like, your support system, obviously your husband was your biggest supporter.
He is a great fan, yes.
And a lot of us don't have that. Who else was your support system, and how did they support you? And not only monetarily, but like emotionally and...
Yes. My team, as you can see, is all women. I'm a big proponent of, I have 3 daughters. I have 2 sisters. I'm a big proponent of women rise each other up instead of tear each other down. My team, we had a small founding team. There was 5 of us, and they were besides my husband and my family, they were my support team. Like, they believed in it before we ever had a cool building, before we ever had our cool sound system. We taught these tiny little classes, 3 people at a time, out of my attic. And so really your friends that bring you up and make you feel better about yourself, and celebrate you when you have positive things instead of be jealous. And those are the people who you push out the others. Keep surrounding yourself with people that believe in you and that are happy when you have successes, and that'll continue to help you grow and thrive. I think when you look at the whole monetary piece, I mean, it was just, you take out a big loan and we'll pay it back, right? I mean, you can, confidence that you can do it on your own, like, because at the end of the day, yes, everybody's so supportive, and you need to believe in yourself that you can do it on your own as well.
And we lack that as women a lot. I think we get torn down so much, not only by maybe like friends who are not really friends that we don't realize, but by like society and people always like, you have to do more, you have to do better, nothing's ever good enough, you just have to continue. And it's hard to gain that confidence. As a woman, I feel like I struggle with that my own self every day.
I talk about it a lot because obviously we have these huge mirrors at the front of our studio, and so when people look in the mirror, when women look at themselves in the mirror, 99% of the time they're like, what are the flaws? And in my class, I really am like, look at yourself and let the first thing be a positive.
Right.
Let the first thing be what amazing thing is about me versus the negative. And it's really just like switching the mindset back to glass half full versus glass half empty.
Because we always tend to look at like what's wrong and what are people going to do wrong with me instead of what's good. As a health coach and every single day I tell people, like, don't worry about what the scale says. It doesn't tell you how awesome you are. It doesn't tell you how far you've come. It's just a number.
Yeah.
But how do you feel on the inside? Well, it's hard for us to get past that.
It is hard. It's not like a one day, just like we talk about squats and retraining muscle memory because we're all so hunched over. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen in one class. We have to continue to draw our shoulders back and lift up, and it takes some time to recreate muscle memory, and it takes some time to reset the mental as well.
Awesome. So, as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a businesswoman, how do you effectively use your time? How are you this superwoman powerhouse and give everybody and everything all the attention that they need? And sleep and take care of yourself.
It is. I'm very scheduled. I'm very type A. So like literally, like my calendar, my planner is my everything. It's marked down by the hour of what happens when and where and who needs to be picked up and who needs to be all the things. I prioritize of importance. And I really try. I'm not like a go home and lay on the couch at the end of the night kind of girl. I mean, from the second I get out of bed until the second I go to sleep, which is early and late, every moment is pretty much filled with something, which for me, that's okay. Everybody has to know their limits and their balance and what makes them feel good. And I know my children are so young now. My son is 11 months, and my twins are 2.5, and my daughter just turned 6. And so I know that...
Yes, she has 4. 4. So,
yes. That are all so young.
They're so little.
So little. And so needy. So I try to know that this is not... It's not going to be like this forever, and they'll be in school eventually. And so I try to make sure I maximize my time every day. Like if I'm here for a few hours and then I go back and then I'm mom 100%, and then they go down for nap and I'm back to work for, computer wise, and then go back to the salon or the studio, and then back to the kids. And then when they go down for good at night, then dinner with the hubby and then back to work. Everything, every day is very much planned out.
That's awesome. Let's talk nail bar.
Okay.
Like, how did you go from Pilates to wanting to do nails? Like, how did you venture to that? I
wanted to do the nail bar when we opened this first studio, and I was like, oh, that'd be so fun, because you're barefoot, and I just like to get my nails done. And then I got pregnant with the twins, and so that was, kind of got pushed back. And then we opened the Lake Murray studio, and then I got pregnant again, and that was unexpected as well. And so finally, it just kept like nagging at me, like, it just would be so cool, and there's nothing like that in Columbia. And we had the little spot right next door to Barre3, and so it just kept like plaguing in my brain, like, oh, I should do it. And finally, this past Christmas, somebody was looking at the space.
You're like,
and I was like, no, that's my nail bar. No, that's my nail bar. And the landlord was like, I'm not sure what that means. And I was like, I need that space. I need to just do it. And he was like, okay. So I like dove headfirst into learning all about this industry, and I look at it as how I would want my own, I want a high-end space. I want it to be like luxurious, and when you walk in, you feel like you're somewhere different. Not in Columbia, South Carolina, somewhere fancy, And I just put in everything that I would want as a client. That's kind of what I just try to look from the other side. But keep the price point very similar to everything else in Columbia. So you don't feel like you're not paying this astronomical price for some experience. I just feel like that's the way it should be. And every one of my businesses has been a labor of love. Like, you think beforehand, like, oh, it won't be that bad. And then you dive in, you're like, well, this is a lot of work. Which I feel like anything in life is that's worth it, is you got to put the work in. So now to see it open and thriving and busy, and it's all the things that I wanted. If I have an event, a wedding, or, some black tie thing, what are the things I want to do? I want my nails and my toes done. I want my eyebrows waxed, and I want a spray tan.
Right.
And so I was like, I want all these in one spot because I never could get it. I really, anytime before, I would like maybe get my nails and toes done, and then I wouldn't have the spray tan, and then I would, you know, and I never could get it all together because I didn't have the time. So now we have one spot, and it's very convenient, and I could just run next door, and I'm glad that everyone else is loving it as much as I do.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
What are like some of the challenges that you have faced, and what would you tell somebody who's like trying to start their own business to kind of like persevere through and look forward to, like, I know the rewards are bigger than the challenges, but how do you like push through those things?
Well, there are days definitely where I have said, like, why in the world did I do this? I have no idea. And then you have to go back to that confidence piece. Like, if you build it, they will come. If you build something with your heart and all your energy and your passion, and you really believe in it, all my businesses I love so much, and I think that's important to find a passion that you really believe in. Surround yourself with amazing people that, again, lift you up and that elevate your whole brand. And then just ride the roller coaster, because it's going to be a roller coaster. There are good and there are bad, and there are good and there are bad. People have positive feedback, then they have negative feedback. And it's having that thick skin and that confidence, like, I got this, that you can do whatever you want to do.
So awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome. And so last thing.
Yeah.
So who are like some of your like mindset people that you follow? Like, do you like Gary Vee or Tony Robbins or any of those people that you listen to, or podcasts that help you like get in the right mindset?
I love Sadie Lincoln is our founder of Barre3. I love listening to all of her stuff because, you know, I feel like a connection, and I know her personally. A lot of times, though, I'll be honest, I am a big believer on blinders and tunneling forward. When different competitors have come in or different things have happened in our city, and, you know, everyone's like, oh my gosh, what about this? Are you worried about this? Da-da-da. I don't know. I just keep focused on what I know I need to do with my spaces and my staff and my team, and I just kind of move forward. So, yeah, I mean, I gain inspiration from different people, but I'm not, like, religiously following things. So, like, I feel like you got to work on that positive love internally, and no podcast can really give you that,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
I think it's all about self-love and self-care, and all the positive stuff that you surround yourself with can bring you just as much value. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. Come see Lauren at Barre3. She's so awesome. And one day I'll get here to take a class.
Yeah! 9:45. I'm going right now.
I will get here to take a class. I promise. I actually have been nervous. I've been scared.
You know what? I would say that there's two frames of thought. Some people are like, I'm terrified. I've heard it so hard. And other people are like, don't you like dance around? And I'm like,
no.
It is too totally.
No.
I'm like, meet me in the middle.
Yeah. No, I have been very nervous. Everybody's like, bar is hard. I'm like, oh,
it is hard, but it's so you can make it your own, and it's very mindful. So, I mean, when I was ginormous pregnant with the twins, or just started, like, you can tailor and customize it, and we give you options to make sure that everybody feels good about it. Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys. Bye. That was so great. Thank you so much.
You do need to take a class.
I do. You're right.